this. Let me get this right.
I need help.
Oh, yes, you do. So, when you come and study
Okay, we get it from.
here, with me, okay. So you come to class, and once you leave class, when you get home, you don't have much of an actor's environment. So there's not much of your acting being done at home. And then you come here and try to get fed for one night to take for the rest of the other 6 days. That's one meal for 6, 7 days, 6 days. And we don't have any questions for me when you're here. So you pretty much understand the teaching that I'm doing here, right? Easy. So there's no questions.
Well, I'm seeking a solution.
Well, the solution is this. You have to commit. A commitment is a pledge to one's own self to do something. And the something you have to formulate for yourself. The idea of going to do a play is fun, but the performance, to me, most great actors love the process of building this character, the process of finding that spirit, the human spirit they want to create, and the performance is like the frosting on the cake, because it's fleeting. It's not there for that long, where the process or the creation takes long to do, either good or bad. I think a pledge to one's own self-commitment is the word that we're looking for. Because, I mean, you've heard it from me, you know my schedules. 4 a.m. rise, midnight hit, 11-ish, 11:30 is what time I go to bed. That's just how it is. And I still don't believe I have enough time to get everything I need to do done. You know, a child, a job, this job, research, write, create, and I'm still train, eat. I'm still threadbare. I don't have enough time. Maybe. And that's pretty much 7 days a week. So until you can find a way to make an extra hour appear to get your work done that you dedicate to that work, then you're gonna float. The only way that you can make that happen is that, just like a budget for financing your home, you have to write your budget. You have to write your schedule budget. You have to write your schedule to the minute. Every day. And everything is compartmentalized, not feelings. I feel like I need to spend more time with my kids. You set it up. So that when you are done with your work, you will be 100% in that time period with your children and your wife, not partially over here and partially over there and something in the back of your head.
But, it's difficult, because
taking the shit's difficult. Why am I hearing difficult? It's not. You make a choice.
I mean, but when you got 3 children, and they got school projects, and the school don't care about your schedule. The school wants to get so I gotta take time with my kids to go get the material for the science project. I gotta make sure that I gotta get them to the place to get to school, so I got to help them with the man.
Right.
I can't just put them on a 2-hour time frame and expect.
Well, I'm not saying that I say your training for you is on a regimented time frame, and if that means 4 a.m., that means 4 a.m. when the rest of the house is quiet, if that's what you need to do. If that's 3 a.m., Warren Buffett is up at 4 a.m., 3:30 a.m. every morning. Okay? So there, you can look at the concept of writing a time schedule. It doesn't have to be etched in stone for you, but you can't, pardon me when I say this, you cannot let your family be your parachute. Your parachute to jump out the plane called your acting and land someplace down the road, happy, as you float to the earth. I would like to stick holes in that parachute for anybody who wants to just make an excuse and let them fall to the earth very hard, but that's just me. We all make excuses, including myself. I should have a career, but I found excuses. So I'm just telling you so you don't do the same bullshit I did. Remember, I'm your cautionary tale. Okay. So you make a time, you take a schedule out, you take a journal on your computer, print up some, daily planners or what have you. How about those administration papers? Yeah, those are pretty good. And you set it up. Because the next step for me to be an asshole would be, hey, let me look at your time. And I'm going to look at your time like this. Hey, you're going to get a notebook. And from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, you're going to write down everything you did by the minute. I got up, I took a shit. It took me 10 minutes to take a shit. I went and brushed my teeth for 5 minutes. You're going to pick that thing in your back pocket with a pencil and you're going to write your time. We're going to find out where you fuck your time up. That's the harsh drill for time. Because I can tell you there's some fuck up time in there. If we can all look at our schedules and go and find some fuck up time. Sitting on the internet, looking at porn. I don't know, whatever. Whatever. I bet you this. Tell me this.
You want to watch football?
No, I'm going to go deeper on this. You pray 3 times a day. 5 times a day.
Yes.
At certain periods. At certain times. Every day.
Every day.
Certain times.
I try to, but I don't always.
Yeah, but you get all 5 in, right?
I get them in. Yes.
Go from there. Look at that habit. The rest of it, you see? You understand what I'm saying? If you've made that a habit, you can make something else a habit. 5 times a day.
That's just not a habit.
Huh?
That's not a habit.
Habit is what you do repeatedly. You can call it whatever word you want to, but it's just you do this thing every day around the same time. It's an action that's repeated the same. So you can call it whatever. The dictionary calls it a habit, whatever. But you do repeat this stuff.
Yeah.
It's ingrained in you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of you. And it says, beware of your thoughts, they become your words. Beware of your words, they become your action. Beware of your actions, they become your habits. Beware of your habits, they become your character. So this thing you do is part of your character. It's part of you. It's part of your spirit. It's part of your body. Okay, got you. So make the rest. You want to go against that one?
No,
ain't no way to
I'm
get right.
figuring the play. Because you said what acting is doing.
Yeah.
I have to be doing it. Like when I train with my martial arts, I have to be doing it. I just can't talk about it or think about it.
I got you.
I have to be doing it. If I feel like if I can perform more and more and more, even if I have to get into a regimen or a program that, or even a play that forces me to be there, be here on
So
time.
what happens when we practice with the 1990s Clippers? They're not the Clippers of today. They
You
lost
can't lose it.
everything. Lose. Indeed. What do we do when we practice with, when you spar against somebody who's not equipped? You become, your fighting goes to that level.
but I'm not the quickest.
Okay. And what happens when you, in your practice, in your sparring, your practice bag work, and you throw in a bad roundhouse continuously? When you get into the fight, a real fight, that's the one gonna get you killed. So the idea of practicing with doing plays, these shitty plays like that one that was upstairs, you know, with that craziness there, did it force you to be better? Did it force you to dig deeper? I mean, working against a Denzel or Russell Crowe or something like that, they're going to force you to dig deeper and be better than you've ever have been, or you will end up on the cutting room floor or fight.
But that was the start. That wasn't the...
No, I'm just saying that versus this.
I mean, there's a start. There's a starting process too. You have to start and then move and build your character and build yourself and build your strength. You have to start somewhere. So that was a starting point. If I have to start there again, I'll do it again, because I feel like that did give me a spark. That's what I need to do. I need to get back out
Okay,
there.
then that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. I'm only here to guide you, not tell you what to do. You see what I'm saying? I'm just telling you that you need to be in plays that are like at the taper plays that are at places like what was the name of that darn theater? Sunset and Gower, not Sunset and Gower. You need to be at the better theaters, the Actors Gang. You need to audition for that and see if it will stretch you out. Going, you know, to Joe Schmo Kokomo's theater, you know, 30-seat theater with an actor who just got off the bus, who never studied with shit. They're not gonna stretch you. You'll be the big fish in that pond. You'll feel like your dick is big, but you ain't being pushed. See what I mean? And that's not gonna help you when you have to go out and play with people for their money. You know, to compete against actors that are looking to get a paycheck. Those are ruthless bastards who are going to make sure that they bring the noise, the real ones, bring the noise so they can get paid. Okay, so think about it. All right. Okay, let me switch paces. We're dealing with character. But before I move on, careful about your thoughts and words. If it seems like there is an excuse for doing the hard, taking the hard road, reevaluate what's going on in your mind. But first you must have that concept, that thing I bitched about for a year. You have to have clarity in what you want to have down the road. Your objective, if you want to call it that, from whatever, your goals, your whatever. It must be HD in one's mind so that you can make the decisions to say, are the things I'm doing taking me here, or are they taking me here?